It's very easy for us to forget in this world that there was a time not so very long ago where information did not flow from the tips of our fingers, where the same answers that we can get in milliseconds took days and weeks of research and study to gather. But everything now is so very instant. And in the flow and inundation of all of this information, of all of this content that is constantly swirling around us, it is so very easy for us to get lost. Not only do we get lost in all of the information, we get lost as individuals in a sea of people and faces all around us. It's hard to have any semblance of identity. And so what do we do to get attention? What do we do to be seen, to be heard? We put out information about ourselves. We post on social media. We follow trending topics. What's the latest dance? What's the latest topic? Let me put my 2 cents out there. We no longer just eat food, right? We have to take a picture before we can even begin to enjoy it. But the Bible talks constantly, so frequently, about humility. This is a word that we rarely ever hear in our culture today. Humility, and the act of being humble, requires a life of modesty. And when was the last time that we considered modesty in our lives? We like the flash, we like the brands and the new shiny things, right? Because in our minds, it's a way to get that attention and that lens focused on us. Look at me, look at me. It's our own ego devouring ourselves from the inside out. Look at me. But my friends, God is looking at you. And God calls us to live a more humble existence. That we might live and embark on our mission in this world, on our call, with humble, servant hearts. That we might be looking to empty our cup just as soon as God fills it. The mark of being on a team is that no one individual is greater than the whole collective. And my friends, we are in collaboration with God. We are in partnership with the Most High. And in order for that partnership to work, in order for that partnership to thrive, we cannot live in existence where we put ourselves first, where we put ourselves before God. But that is the world that we live in, isn't it? If you were to walk by that mirror and look deeply into the person that stands across from you, what would you see? Would you see a humble person that is not ruled by their own ego or pride, that is not walking through life with an arrogance as though we know the answers? God knows the answers. To be humble, to be truly humble, means to know that God knows you, that God knows you even more than you can even know yourselves. To lean in and to trust God's call for your lives. And sometimes we get so obsessed with the titles in this world. Who are you? I'm a influencer. I'm a teacher. I'm a pastor. But God just knows you as you, a humble servant, called here to pour love and hope and mercy and grace out into the world with reckless abandon. To empty your cup just as soon as you fill it. My friends, mark my words. If we are not careful, if we do not look inwardly, to understand the humbleness that God is calling us to, we will be humbled. God is calling you, my friend. God is calling you to a wonderful existence in service, in grace, in peace, in love, that you might pour it out into the world, that you might be a beacon of humility. The most humble hearts are servant hearts, hearts that are willing to give all that they have for the grace that God gives in return.